The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh. Bashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with a real quick lesson in regards to the coming war known as World War III. All right. Or as the scriptures call it, the War of Armageddon. And it's coming quickly, man. All right. The sound of battle is in the land. And Europe is preparing for World War III, man. While you Americans who are, mostly aloof to what's going on are getting ready for summer. All right. You getting ready to party and bullshit while the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to blow this bitch known as America off the map. All right. That's being orchestrated right now, man. And it's getting closer and closer every day that goes by. So without further ado, let's get into a quick news article that I came across today. Hey, peep this. This is from the People's Voice.tv, and it says France orders citizens to stockpile food. World War III is coming this year. This is what they say. All right. And it's March 20th, 2025. World War III already pretty much has started. Okay. It's just heating up. All right. It's just heating up. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be full blown World War III. With all these different countries being involved, especially America, Babylon the Great. But let's read a little bit of this article. It says, France's government has issued an emergency directive ordering citizens to hoard food and brace for World War III by year's end, as outlined in a Start 20-page survival guide packed with tips for facing terror attacks, pandemics, cyber threats, and even nuclear fallout. Okay, a lot of you people, you're not going to survive this shit that's coming. This is your judgment that's looming. For all of you people who are outside of the covering of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you heathens, you heathen nations outside of the nation of Israel, you don't have a shot at survival, man. I mean, I'm going to say it this way. The majority of y'all are going to die, except those who are going to be left to go into slavery. All right. But a lot of y'all finna die, man. Ain't nothing you can do to prepare for this, because it's the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and it's coming. Okay, now check this out. It says, meanwhile, the U.S. has spent over a decade sneering at preppers, branding them terrorists and selfish hoarders. Ironic now that France is sounding the alarm. Back in 2012, a National Guard whistleblower warned that doomsday preppers will be threatened or will be treated as terrorists, while one prepper found himself marooned in Hawaii after landing on a no-fly list that same year. Infowars.com reports the survival manual aims to encourage citizens to develop their resilience in the face of different crises. A spokesperson for French Prime Minister Francois Bayrou told CNN. Okay. What the fuck is this? Mark Carney raped kids on. Yeah, man. It's not surprising. Damn Esau. That's why you going into World War III, man. That's part of the reason, man. You fucking sick Edomites are finna get handled, man. You finna get handled in this world war, especially you Americans, man. You finna get destroyed completely, okay? Because the Lord is bringing an end to Esau's rulership. That's why World War III is being orchestrated. He's bringing an end to you heathens ruling anything in the earth. Now it says, it's likely that the push to radicalize French citizens as preppers has to do with French President Emmanuel Macron's recently nuclear weapon fetishization speech. Okay, but let's play this quick video, man. You damn Edomites gotta go, and that's why the Lord is bringing this world war. You Edomites first and foremost, and the rest of you fucking heathens. All right, you finna go down too. You so-called Japanese, so-called Chinese, you going down. You Russians, you going down, which are Edomites. All right, you Russians are Edomites, you're going down. Who else? The Ukrainians, Edomites. All you fucking heathen, man. Okay. Pacific Islanders, you damn Hamites, you doodoo eating Hamites over there in the land of Africa, you going down. You Ishmaelites, you so-called Arabs. This is the time where you get your fucking judgment, man, and get taken out of power for what you've done to the chosen people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But let's play this real quick. It says, the French government is publicly preparing their citizens for nuclear war. Russia, let's play this.
The French government is reportedly planning to send a survival manual to every household in the coming months, outlining what to do in the event of an imminent threat. Modelled after Sweden's survival guide, the 20-page booklet includes emergency contacts, key radio channels, and details on how to defend your community, including signing up for reserve units. According to Europe 1, the manual also suggests preparing a survival kit with at least 6 litres of water, tin food and medical supplies. The move comes after President Emmanuel Macron warned France and Europe to be ready to face a potential Russian threat and the possible withdrawal of US support.
All right, so there you go, man. So Europe is afraid of Russia escalating on their ass, man. All right, because pretty much, Donald Trump has made a lot of statements talking about how the U.S. is not going to back certain NATO countries that don't put in their share. All right. And, Europe is close to Russia, man. So they're, in fear of being attacked by Russia. All right. Due to the escalating war that's going on, man, and America backing out, man. So, hey, man, shit is heating up. You Edomites ain't safe over there in Europe, man. All right, you Americans ain't safe either, because you're going to get blown off the fucking map. All right, because these other European nations are going to come against America. Because these European nations are feeling the pressure. You see? And they're looking at America like, man, you know what? You the problem. That's exactly what's going to happen, man. Obadiah 1:7 is going to come to place, man, or come to pass. It's going to take place, should I say. All right. Matter of fact, let's get this since I mentioned it, man. I got to get that real quick because it's very, very significant to what's going on. Here it is right here. Obadiah 1:7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. This goes into America being deceived by its own allies. All right. The European allies of America, they're going to turn against America for all the, shit that is done, man. That arrogant pride that they've boasted against its own allies is going to turn and bite them in the ass, man. All right. They're going to get hit with nuclear missiles from their allies, including Russia, man, which is not an ally, but, an enemy. A lot of these European nations might even end up siding with Russia to come against America, man. Hey, we just the prophets telling you what's going to happen before it happens. All right. We speculate, on different things, on exactly how it might play out, but we know that it's going to play out, man, according to prophecy. You see, and we're getting closer and closer and closer every day that goes by. So keep thinking it's a game, man. All right. Keep thinking it's a joke. You Americans, man. Thinking that this shit going to continue on forever. Your Edomite counterparts over there in Europe preparing for this shit. So yeah, let's read a little bit more of this. It says, if the prime minister approves the 20 pages of prepper paraphernalia, it will be unleashed on every household in France before summer and will direct citizens to be in possession of a so-called survival kit. The literature promotes the supposedly terroristic practices of possessing emergency supplies, including 6 liters of water, a dozen cans of food, a flashlight, and batteries in case the power grid goes down. It even alleges preppers should be in possession of basic medical supplies. And, the average American ain't even, they don't even see this stuff coming, man. They're not preparing. They're not, educating themselves on certain things, man. Except for a handful of preppers. It says the booklet also recommends that the French prepper should have first responder emergency contacts at hand, know relevant radio channels, and even direct people to keep all windows and doors shut in case of a nuclear accident. Now, we know that none of this shit that they're prepping for is going to save them if they're not of the elect. But at least, the people over there in France know what's going on, man. The most of you Americans are completely oblivious. So here's a diagram of that French prepping kit, I guess. It says, while the booklet will be available when the grid goes down to keep with the off-grid prepper mentality, a French government website that went live in 2022 provides the internet-connected preppers advice on how to be ready for emergencies. Sweden and Finland have issued similar prepper paraphernalia in the past in attempts to have their citizens ready for disasters. A controversial practice, as prepared citizens may be less reliant on government for their every need. On October 25th, and you see, America wants you to be relying on them for every need, man. They don't want you to be prepared and ready for what's coming. All right? They want you to be distracted by the bread and circus, man. The entertainment that's on TV and the music that dumbs your ass down. They want you to be, intoxicated with their ideologies, man, which, just leads you to be completely oblivious to biblical prophecy. Now, it says on October 25th, 2012, Alex Jones spoke with Soldier X, a National Guard whistleblower, regarding a chilling warning by the National Guard that doomsday preppers will be treated as terrorists. That's interesting. All right. Then on October 28th, 2012, Jones spoke with Stuart Rhodes, founder and president of Oath Keepers, to discuss the government's emerging war on preppers, as evidenced by recent news of a prepper being placed on a no-fly list. So it goes into, a different topic on how they're going to try to label certain preppers as domestic terrorists, which, I wouldn't put it past Esau's punk ass. Because like I said, they want the majority of you people to die, man. They don't want you to be prepared for what they're bringing forth. They want a new world order at the end of the day. You see? They want you to be completely dependent on them. But that's a whole nother lesson. Okay? But let's get some prophecies, some precepts out in regards to World War III. Okay? So yeah, man, they over there preparing for this, man. We preparing spiritually. All right, here we had the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 28. It says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the Medes, prophetically speaking, goes into the modern day Russians. All right. You see, that's going to be the main component, in World War III that goes against America, along with Russia's allies. Okay, but Russia is that driving force that's finna come up against America, Babylon the Great, to bring it to desolation by way of thermonuclear fire. Okay, Russia, they got them damn hypersonic missiles, man, hypersonic nuclear missiles that can't be stopped by any kind of defense that America has, man. Okay, and that's the Lord's doing. He's running this show. Okay, and prophecy will be played out. It says, and the land shall tremble and sorrow for every purpose of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai. Look, I just said that. Shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant, man. You can't make this up. I didn't know it was going to say that exactly like that. But, that's the spirit right there, man. The Lord has purposed this bitch to be destroyed. And it's going to play out exactly how the Lord wants it to. There's no stopping it, man. You can't pray enough to white Jesus to stop America from being obliterated and these other heathen nations to go down. You can't stop the Lord from doing his will, man. This is the Lord's will, and it's right here in the scriptures, and we breaking it down to you properly. Okay? Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. So Babylon, aka America, is going to be left without inhabitant and brought to complete desolation. There will be nobody living here when it's all said and done with. Nobody will ever live here again. Because this place is going to be a memorial, all right, unto the world, to those who live wickedly and go against Yahweh Shema Shai. And this is the most wicked kingdom on the face of the earth. And his judgment is looming. All right. It's going to come in the midst of World War III. And like I said, these other nations are already prepping, man. They're already prepping for it. Let's check this out. Verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Meaning, the American military, is not what it used to be. It's weak compared to times past. You got a bunch of damn transformers in the military now, which is, a complete abomination. A lot of happy rainbow people are in the military. You see what I'm saying? And that can kind of, apply right here, man. The men of Babylon, they're mighty men, have become as women. But also in another sense, a lot of these people that are in the military don't want to go to war with Russia. They don't want to go to World War III. You see what I'm saying? They're going to get sent to that meat grinder over there. So when that draft comes, you're going to have a lot of people trying to dodge the draft. That whole manly military spirit is not in these damn Edomites anymore. All right? These Edomite soldiers and whatnot. You see, their efforts are going to be futile, man. They're not going to, man, this is their last end right here. This is the last war they're going to be involved in. They're going to get crushed. All right? You're going to have people trying to run away from being put in the military. Like, it was happening over there in Ukraine, man. You had them Ukrainian men over there getting, conscripted over there to war. They were breaking their arms and shit, having people, injure them so they don't have to go to war, all type of shit. You're going to be seeing that happen here. All right? All that patriotism and shit finna fly out the window. Man, I must be allowed to read just a few more of these verses right here in this particular chapter, all right? Because all, Jeremiah 49, 50, 51, they all go in, all right, on America being destroyed and Edom being taken down, right? And it's going to happen in World War III. Now it goes on to say, verse 31, one post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. And it's not talking about ancient Babylon, man. All right? It's talking about America. For those of you that have eyes to see and ears to hear. And that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted. Yeah, you military men out there are going to be afraid of what's coming. These different heathen nations, man, they got technology. Their weaponry has been upgraded. All right. Look at Russia. Like I said earlier, they got hypersonic missiles and they got other shit that you don't know about too. All right. They got other shit that you don't know about. They got different missiles on submarines that could create tidal waves and flood a whole coast of America, man. All right. They got all type of stuff, man. And it's going to be shown in the war that's getting ready to take place. America's going to be found out to be, not as strong as they used to be. Okay. These other nations are bucking up against America now to take her out. It says, verse 33, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi al-Shah of hosts, the power of who? The power of Israel, Yasharallah. Are you 12 tribes, man? You see the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and the Israelite foreigners out there who by their father's seed line go back to being one of the 12 patriarchs of Jacob, man. That's who the Lord is, the God of. Not you heathen. The Lord is not going to be with you in this war that's coming up. Y'all going to be getting obliterated. Y'all going to be sent to that meat grinder over there in the Middle East, known as the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, or the Valley of Jehoshaphat. We'll get to that as well. But it says, the daughter of Babylon. See, the daughter of Babylon. That's another word for America, man, because it's modeled, its whole, ideologies are off of ancient heathen ways, man. It's modeled off of ancient Babylon. It's modeled off of ancient Rome. All right. Ancient Greece. So it says the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Oh, and that time is soon. This place is ripe for the taking. Okay. People are more wicked than ever. This place is really fucking wicked, man. It's just the things that you see online should make you upset. So imagine the things that are going on behind closed doors, man. And certain things are being exposed in these last days. These different entertainers, these different politicians, all right, it's being exposed on what they really involved in, heavy witchcraft and Satanism, PDF philia, you know what I'm talking about, So it's time, man. The average citizen here in America is just wicked, man. They're in rebellion against their creator. All right, you Israelites, you 2/3, you're going to die here. You're going to be drafted to the war to go, fight and be put in that meat grinder, man. All right. Just know that. This is what season we're in. This is the time we in, man. Okay. And Babylon, another link to America and Babylon is Babylon means land of confusion. Babal. And America is definitely the land of confusion. Ain't nothing right here, man. The relationships between men and women defiled. All right. The whole work life balance is all fucked up. Families are all messed up. Everything is just confused and retarded here, man. That's why the Lord is finna bring it into this place known as America in the midst of World War III. Those nukes are gonna detonate, turning this thing into the lake of fire, man. That's what it's gonna look like from a bird's eye view. Once those nukes detonate, America's gonna look like a whole lake full of fire, man. Because everything here's gonna be melted and molten. All right, you know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with, man. So the time of harvest is soon. They already preparing over there in Europe, man. So here's the book of Joel, chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. You should really read the whole chapter, but I'm gonna start here to get to the point. All right, this is Joel 3 and 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right, the heathen. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So the Lord is gathering these nations for war, man. It's right here in the scriptures. Do you not see that happening? Did we not just look at that article? Where France is telling its citizens to get ready for war, to get ready for, nuclear fallout and shit. All right, here it is, man. You get all these nations getting ready for war behind the scenes. China, Russia, all these different nations, they're getting ready, man. Now it says, beat your plowshares in the swords and your pruning hooks in the spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Now, this is talking about how these typically weak nations are getting ready for war, man. They're taking their resources for agriculture and other things, and they're putting it towards getting ready for war, man. World War III. It says, let the weak say I am strong. Those other nations that were considered a threat are now becoming threats to America and other parts of the world because the technology has increased. A lot of these nations have nuclear arsenals, man. A lot of these nations, these heathen nations that weren't really considered powerful, are powerful now. And that's all by the doing of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is his story playing out exactly how it's written, man. We got the true book of prophecy. And everything that's written to happen is going to happen. And it's happening quick. So you Israelites better repent and turn back to the Lord, man. He's your only means of protection. All right? Shit is about to get bloody out here, man. It's about to get real chaotic, man. Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, you see, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. All right, so World War III is going to be on another level, man. It's going to be unlike any war that ever took place before it. All right. The technology, the military technology has been upgraded, to a super high level, man. You got AI involved with this thing, laser weapons, which they've been had that, but they got all type of other things that are on the books, man. Chemical, biological weapons, all right, have been advanced. You see? Unmanned aerial, drones, man. All type of shit is getting ready to be brought out in World War III. And the Lord gonna have to send his angels, all right, his mighty ones, to protect the elect, man. As it tells you in Daniel 12 and verse 1, he gonna have to send down Michael the archangel, all right, namely to protect the Israelites when Esau comes down with great wrath, when he starts to persecute us And then in World War III, man, he gonna have to send the host of heaven to protect us. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. So this thing's gonna be supernatural. World War III is gonna be supernatural, man. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. See, there it is right there. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All you heathen nations are going to get judged in World War III, especially you fucking devils, you Edomites, the so-called white race. All right. The French, the Germans, all them Europeans, those Edomites over there, y'all finna get judged, man. And you can't forget the state of Israel over there with those imposters inhabiting that land. They finna get nuked too. The land of Israel's finna get nuked in World War III. They gonna get hit because the Lord is finna cleanse them gutter rats up out of our land. Hey, we just telling you what's gonna happen before it happens. You can believe it or not, but it's right here in the scriptures, man. All right, and the Lord is giving his men true understanding of what is being said right here, starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. We got the understanding, man. Take it or leave it. Now, I want to get into that word Jehoshaphat real quick, because it's talking about the land over there in the so-called Middle East, which is really Western Asia. Middle East is a term made up, by the powers that be. It's really Western Asia, but that land over there, Saudi Arabia, that area, that's where World War III is really going to, be focused at. All right, here we have Joel 3:12 in the Blue Letter Bible. Let's jump to Jehoshaphat, okay?
Strong's H 3092. Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat.
Or in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, it's pronounced Yahweh Shaphat. Yahweh Shaphat. It's a compound word. And it means the Lord's judgment, Yahweh's judgment. Now it goes on to say here, Yahweh Shaphat or Jehoshaphat equals, they say Jehovah, but his real name is Yahweh. That's how you pronounce that name. It's Yahweh has judged, all right? You see? So that's what that word means, in case you didn't know. So I want to go to another piece of information as well on this. Give me 1 second. So here I got to pull it up on, Wikipedia. And it says the Valley of Jehoshaphat, all right, or Valley of Jehoshaphat is a biblical place mentioned by name in the book of Joel. All right, we just read that. I will gather together all nations and will bring them down into the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Then I will enter into judgment with them there. You see, judgment, that's what World War III is. It's a judgment, man, on you heathen, on behalf of my people and for my inheritance, Israel. All right, whom they have scattered among the nations, and they have divided up my land. Who's over there in our land right now? The goddamn gutter rats, man. And you fucking Arabs over there, you in our land. You Palestinians, you in our land. That's all of our land, man. You Elamites. The Lord's finna get you up out of there, man. And we gonna inhabit that land and do it the right way. Up underneath Yahweh Shai when he returns, man. You see? It says, let the nations be roused. Let the nations be aroused and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there I will sit to judge all the nations on every side. Come on, man. You see, it's playing out beautifully, man. It's playing out beautifully. So yeah, there it is right there, man. That's the point on that one. Even Wikipedia knows what's going down, man. So this right here, Isaiah 34 verse 8 is going into the day of the Lord, man. All right, that's the Lord exacting vengeance on all his enemies, man, especially you goddamn Edomites, you devils. All right, but it says here, for it is the day of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompense or payback for the controversy of Zion, Zion being the nation of Israel. All the things that you've done unto the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, you finna pay. All right, your track record shows. I mean, your historical evidence that you put in these books and everything shows what you've done to the Lord's chosen people. You had us in shackles and chains. You've done all kind of atrocities to our men, women, and children throughout the years, man. You stole this land from the northern kingdom of Israelites, man, which would be the so-called Latinos, Native Americans today. You finna pay for all that shit, man. And the time to pay up is coming. And that's why you see, Edomite nations like France telling their citizens to get ready for World War III. They know that their end is near. The Lord is going to pay you heathens back for what you've done to Zion, man. And look, it's 441. Hey, 144 from right to left. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Lord willing, we're that number. Us men. Now, this is Job 5:20. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So we ain't got to worry. Those of you that are the hopeful elect that believe on Yahweh Shem Al Shai, he going to deliver us in these times. We ain't got to do all this prepping and all this shit, man. Hoarding food and all that, man. The Lord going to make sure we eat in time of famine. He going to hide us from the power of the sword in the time of war. Like I said earlier in the previous lesson, man, spiritual intervention is going to take place, man. Divine intervention. Men are going to have spiritual power in the time that we're coming into. The Lord going to send angels to deliver us from different things. But you got to have that faith, man. Those who don't believe, you're going to be left out there, man. And it is what it is. It all comes down to having faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And we've been perfecting our faith, or the Lord has been perfecting our faith through this grace period, man. Those who are taking this thing serious, man. The Lord delivering you out of different situations that you find yourself in, man. Well, it's finna increase. The Lord gonna literally have to deliver us from death, man, the time we coming into. Okay? And that's what's gonna take place. So we're in exciting times, man. And I got one more. We gonna close it, man. All right, we're gonna close with this right here. The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And that's talking about the third world's war. All right, the war of Armageddon, man. And that word Armageddon is a Hebrew word. It's derived from the Hebrew, and it means mountain of troops. World war, man. It's gonna be a mountain of all different troops coming together to fight in the Middle East, man. And it's gonna get nuclear, and America's gonna get hit and obliterated in the midst of it all before Yahweh Shai returns. Now understand that the third war is coming quickly, man. The third destruction. All right, that word woe goes into destruction, and that's what you get when you have a world war. World War I took place. World War II is past, as it says right here, and the third one is coming quickly, man. The third major destruction on the earth. It's right here in the scriptures, man. We got the true book of prophecy, man. This is divinely inspired by the Creator, man. You can't get around it. Okay? So, yeah, man. I think that's it. The point has been made. Hey, it's heating up, man. Trusting the Lord, man. Trusting Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to be protected in these times, man. And, just know that it's necessary. This must happen before we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Oh, another thing I wanted to say, just remembered it. All right, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, he brought it back to my mind. The mark of the beast has to be made mandatory before shit gets completely nuclear out here, man. Understand that. All right. And they might use an escalation in World War III. An attack might take place on one of these nations, and they might, require their citizens to be digitally entered into their system. They might do that. That might be a way they bring this mark of the beast to pass. They might have an attack take place, and then, people get scared, and they say, if you want to be protected and taken care of, you got to have, your identity verified in the digital system by way of a RFID microchip. So that has to take place before the Lord destroys this bitch. So understand that as well. It's not going to go nuclear until the Lord makes these devils bring forth that mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. And that's what we teach here at Great Millstone. It's going to come to pass. You're going to realize that you were listening to the real prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So I'm going to end this lesson right here. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakudash. For giving me the power to do this lesson, man, through the Spirit. And, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He opened our eyes up, man. We know what's going on. All right. Shalom to you, hopeful elect out there, man. And, just buckle up. Buckle up, man. It's finna go down. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Hey, Kwame Yasharala in the Bible Ball. Shalom.